29th Street Mall is located east of Central Boulder. The mall was redesigned in 2006 to become a more pedestrian-friendly shopping center. The mall has not lived up to the standards of the redesign. Most of the traffic seen through this mall is vehicular due to the lack of residential areas nearby. Another issue seen with this shopping area is the lack of seating, as well as the lack of vegetation and green spaces. To help develop this space further and improve the interaction of the community, I will be focusing on the south annex of the mall. This annex is located in the middle of four main roads: Canyon Boulevard to the north, Arapahoe Avenue to the south, 28th Street to the west, and 29th Street to the east. This annex is made up of a majority of parking, very few pedestrian pathways, and the rest is buildings. The majority of the buildings are informal restaurants with barely any outdoor seating. The massive sea of parking has many negative impacts on the site, including no impervious surfaces for infiltration, so there is a large amount of runoff. The traffic is mainly pedestrian, moving diagonally through the site. People come to the site for one reason and then leave. To help improve the circulation and interactions within the site, I began with a diagonal pathway cutting through the site. This became the dividing factor, separating the site into two. The north half being organic and a fun, natural play space for families, and the south half being symmetric and more intimate experiences through geometric spaces. Focusing on the southern half, the design began with the addition of three buildings that create an axis for the geometric layout. Following the buildings, a Ferris wheel was placed central to the axis with the bucket seating facing south for a nice view of the Flatirons. Located in front of the Ferris wheel is a square water feature based off the precedent water feature at the Detroit airport. Around the water feature is changing ground materials to separate the spaces for different feelings and experiences. To enclose the water feature and allow for a more intimate experience, the feature is almost fully surrounded by a circle of trees, flower beds, and benches based off the precedent the Irvine Spectrum in Irvine, California. South of the water feature is a small botanical garden for visitors to slowly walk through and relax as they learn about native species. Just east of the garden, in between the new building and the existing buildings, will be a small bar, intimately lit seating, and a dance floor. Located within the new building on the east side of the annex will be an ice cream parlor, a box office for the Ferris wheel, and two new formal restaurants. The two new additional buildings on the west end of the site will also be new formal restaurants, with herb gardens located on the outskirts of the buildings and a vegetable garden in the middle of the two. The development of this southern annex will not only bring every type of user to the site, it will allow for better pedestrian circulation and interaction. It will allow for previous surfaces to become pervious to allow for less runoff. There will be outdoor seating located outside of every existing building as well as the new ones. And it also will provide an active learning and fun space for all ages. Thank you.